Marketing your home in the winter. It's the most common question I hear at this time of year, and today we're going to give a data-backed answer as to whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. Hi, this is Clint with the Stitser Real Estate Group, and before we get started, I want to call your attention to two links on my blog. First, if you're interested in buying or investing in real estate, click on the Search Now link. If you're interested in selling real estate, click on the Property Valuation link. So let's get right into it. Marketing your home during the winter. Is it a good idea? Because most people think that they need to wait till their property looks its absolute best and that summer is the best selling season. Well, we're going to look at a statistic that most realtors use called months supply of inventory to tell us the answer. Here we go. Months supply inventory, also known as MSI, is a trailing indicator. And what it is it's current inventory. Let's say there's 1,000 homes currently on the market divided by the number of homes sold last month. So let's say there were 500 homes sold last month. We'd have 2 months of inventory, 1,000 divided by 500. Now it's important to note that there are two factors here. Obviously current inventory and new homes being listed and number of homes that were sold last month. So this can get manipulated by not many homes selling in a month, or obviously a whole bunch of new homes coming on in that month. Pretty obvious, but it's important as we get further into this presentation. The other thing that's important to take into consideration is that we have new closing timelines with the latest lending laws. So where it used to be 30 days, it's now 45 to 60 days once a property goes into escrow. And the reason why that's important is now we're going to look at a key question. And that key question is, what is happening the 30 to 45 days prior to this month? So if we're looking at month supply inventory January 1st, that means we're looking at everything that's sold in December. So we want to ask the question, what were people doing for the month of December and the first half of January, the first half of November? You know what they were doing? They were enjoying the holidays. So what's that going to mean? That means there aren't going to be a ton of sold properties for the month of December. So let's just get right to the data and see what it implies. As you'll see here on this chart, this is pulled straight from the Reno Sparks Association of Realtors. And the red circle indicates January. And again, this is from November of 2010 until November of 2015. So we're looking at 5 years of data. And the green circle is March, okay? Now, what we see here is that in January, we have a spike in month supply of inventory. Now, a lot of people say, oh gosh, that proves that it's not a good time to list. Well, think about that. There are two ways to manipulate month supply inventory: new listings or less sold properties. And as we discussed, because of the holidays, there aren't that many sold properties in the month of December. So whereas it might look like there's a ton of new competition, in reality, there just wasn't that many sold homes for the month of December. So that really big spike in January is a little bit of an anomaly in that it's simply because of the holidays in November and December. Then what we see year in and year out over the course of the next 5 years is a big drop in month supply of inventory from January to March. And as we know, a declining line in month supply inventory means that there are more buyers than there are sellers. So let's think about that. What actually happens in Northern Nevada in January and February? Well, it's winter. For the most part, we're later in the winter. People are stuck inside a long time. New Year's has happened. They know that they're ready to move, and cabin fever kicks in. So we get a couple of sunny, beautiful weekends in those 2 months, and a lot of buyers want to get out and start looking. Not because they want to buy in May, but because they want to be moved in and settled in May and June so they can enjoy the summer months in their new home. Meanwhile, you have sellers who say, I don't want to list my home until it looks its absolute best. So I don't want to list it until May when I'm planting my garden, my flowers are out, my trees are blooming, all these great things. Well, in the meantime, you've got a whole lot more buyers than you do sellers in January through March. So here, the data proves that it's actually a great time to market your home in that late winter time because there's more buyers than there are sellers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about what we went over, any clarifications that you need, call, email us, put a comment below. Whatever we can do to help you, we want to do. But if you or someone you know wants to start a conversation about buying or selling real estate, please call or email us about that as well. This is Clint with the Stitser Real Estate Group, wishing you great success in all of your real estate ventures.